Welcome back. We're getting into Game 2 Champion Select of ETS Ember versus Wilda Prime. We saw Wilda Prime handily defeating ETS the previous game. Same first ban coming out, Quinn.
That's surprising again. Fnatic destroying in groups in Italy. Very smart ban against.
Same bans coming out here. Again, targeting Velox, cornering him on champions that maybe Loxer can deal with very well.
Interesting to see that there's no bans from last game of champions that got ahead. Like, they haven't banned the Fizz, you know, they're not, seems they're not afraid of it. They felt like maybe it just got a little bit too out of control, and they're going to try better to contain it this game.
Yep, same exact 3 bans coming out from Blue Team, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There's the Fizz ban.
Yep, there you go. So that was broke, so they did have to fix that. But yeah, I wonder if they're going to go again for Gameplank and Karma. They seem to like that combination, and I like that combination too. But they're picking up Assassins, and they did so much work in the early game that Gameplank and Karma does not really help you that much.
Yeah, forget the triple threat comp. We had a quadra threat comp coming out of Wilda Prime last game. Really scary composition. Like, nothing you could do once one of them got ahead.
We do have Gameplank being picked up again. Ezreal. A lot of focus on Gameplank. He is really strong, and in the right hands, if you feel very comfortable with him, there's a lot of plays you can make. Even versus Assassins, 1v1. So, not a bad pickup. I'm curious to know what people's opinions are on Ezreal, because I think he was heavily nerfed this patch. And I don't think he fits in the meta that well right now, to begin with, so... I think for champions like that, who just... like, the nature of their kit and the way that it's tuned at the current patch doesn't really fit in the meta. Those champions, you have to be... I always say you have to be, like, incredibly comfortable and adept at them, so... yeah, it could be also a solo lane Ezreal, but, again, that's... with the huge nerf coming up to his main clearing ability, it's risky. There's a lot of pushing champions right now in the mid lane. We do have Alistar being picked up again. He did so much work last game on that champion. So, yeah, reliable CC, follow-up from Elise, and this time, instead of Fizz, it looks like it's going to be a Riven. I don't know if that's going to be mid or top, but they have this sense of security with hyper carries and the lockup with their Alistar and Elise.
Oof, Poppy really hurts Riven.
Yep, so we have Poppy, Sejuani. I think Sejuani is a good pick, or rather, last game was a really good pick. This game is too. I mean, if you're going to play against Jhin, that's a reliable way of getting onto him. Jhin doesn't have many ways of dealing with Sejuani at all, so that would be really good. But I don't want to see the same amount of inactivity because I don't think he ganked very often at all last game. Poppy, though. They're adding more threats to their comp, which is nice, but I wonder if this is going to be a support Poppy. It's questionable because I don't think he wants... Yeah.
With GP going mid, which makes sense because Riven really gets hurt by Poppy. Riven like Riven has a really bad time with Poppy, considering the fact that almost all her abilities could be knocked down by Poppy W.
That's true. They're all dashes.
Yep. Same thing with Alistar. Alistar goes in for that headbutt. Poppy just tells him, "Nope, you're not getting anywhere near my team. I'm not gonna let you."
Yeah, at least Q is also considered a dash, so it actually is stopped. Though the damage might go through anyway if the target is close enough, I think, or if she still has vision on them. But yeah, there's a lot of things to be stopped there, actually. One thing that isn't a dash is Lissandra's E. So Lissandra's E is a blink, or it's considered a teleport or a blink, whichever you want to call it.
Seems to be Poppy support with
Yeah, so that's what I thought. I was a little bit curious because I don't know. I'm not sure if Gameplank has that many good matchups in the mid lane. He probably does have some, like especially against like melees, but yeah. So it's gonna be a Malzahar instead, which is interesting. I haven't seen that in a long time. So this might be one of the last times I see him be played competitively too, because
in his current kit.
Yeah, right. I think the mage update has
him set up.
Yeah, a few other people. That's really cool.
It's going to be interesting. It's a lockup versus lockup mid lane. It might be whoever gets the ult in first is the one who's going to win the trade.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting bottom lane.
What's good though?
Yeah. What you were saying about Poppy's W works really well against Lucian Alistar.
Yeah, for sure. Not to mention now that Ezreal could kind of trade better with Lucian. Lucian got his ult nerfed by 200 range, which pistols fire a little bit closer. They must have cut a little bit off the barrel, so if Ezreal could get out of that range with a blink, he should be safe rather than having to worry about being gunned down really fast. Yeah,
I noticed too that there's a lot of peel on the purple team.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's a lot. And we're talking about AoE before. There's even more AoE now.
Yeah, this lets Ezreal play back quite a lot.
You also have a lot of although it's not a super tanky team on blue team, purple team has 3 instances of percent health damage. You have Sejuani's W, you have Malzar's E, I believe it is, or W, apologies, and you have Poppy's Q. So if even if they're not super tanky, that percent of max health or percent of current health, it's gonna hurt them for sure.
Yeah, this is actually... I'm interested to see what blue team is going to do to get in on Ezreal, because Ezreal can play very far back. Unless they make intelligent flanks, it's going to be difficult, because Lissandra's not going to have a good time just going in head first. If she ults herself, that's fine, but they have also really good disengage. Even after a Lissandra ultimate, I feel. The Poppy ultimate answers to anybody that comes to try and follow up a straight-on missile. So, yeah, this is going to be a test of wits, I think, this time.
Yeah. Especially if Ezreal picks up an early QSS, could really, really hurt blue team's engage.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go into the loading screen pretty soon, folks, so we'll see you in game.
Let us know who you think's going to win. Will it be Welder Prime or will it be ETS? And let us know the MVP, who you think was the big carry for last game.
All right, we are into game. Game number 2, ETS versus Will to Prime. Corrupting Potion picked up on Gangplank again. And Alistar in bio. Just, grazing grass, doing what cows do.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yep, pause coming out. Alistar probably having some issues.
Remake. They're saying remake.
Okay, interesting. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Alistar can't reconnect here and if we'll decide fair or not. Okay, no, it looks like no remake is necessary. I think Alistar's back and they're happy with that. Gangplank gonna find Riven. Riven going to dash into the wall. Gets the word anyway. I love that recall on Riven. It's so cool.
Pick a sword, any sword.
Yeah, I wish she could kind of change swords. That'd be cool.
Right, you know your next skin idea, man. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Ultimate skin for Riven.
Too much work, probably.
But to be fair, every solo queue tryhard's dream.
That'd be pretty cool. I like those skins that are interactive, like you can do something with them. Well, obviously DJ Sona, but also
Vi.
Yeah, and what's that Rengar skin? Night Stalker?
Night Stalker.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Headhunter, maybe? No.
No, it's not the Headhunter. It's the one that has the red or maroon cape.
Yeah, what's
type thing. So it looks like Ezreal and Poppy are not going to opt for Gromp rather. But Lucian and Alistar are going to take the Krugs. They're not going to miss everything actually, which is good. They only missed 3, so that's actually going to work out really nicely for them.
kind of rounds each other.
No, they'll have the experience advantage.
I think this is going to be the big matchup as ball lane. There's going to be a lot of skirmishing or trading happening throughout the lane.
Oh, they had experience advantage for all of 1 minion. Okay. Well, that wasn't very useful.
I mean the gold a little bit, but even that.
Yeah, that's true. Still worth, still worth. This time it's you know what? Sejuani's gonna have actually a pretty easy time ganking for top lane past 6. I feel like that's still something really viable for this team to do, is focus on Gangplank and the damage that he can do. Oh, Soul coming in here for the E and the follow-up gank from Fnatic. Can he land the stun? No, he was expecting the flash, but it didn't come out. In the end, she's gonna have to repel away from the Ignite and the tower shot.
Good reaction by Malzahar, but unfortunate for Elise, she was kind of hoping to get in between those two waves, but the wave came a little bit faster than I think she was expecting.
Yeah, in the meanwhile though, Sejuani was trying for something up top. Nothing happened though. Riven is quite pushed up. You know, when you have a champion who has AoE clear with no mana cost, it just pushes champions up all the time. Something about those barrels just don't feel right.
It's the hardest thing, I think, to balance on him. I think that's the biggest issue for his kit that they're trying to balance, because he's hoping competitively even.
Yeah, barrels are very strong, but not strong enough when there's not any of them on the ground, so Riven wins that trade handily.
Riven bringing her sword to a gun.
I'm really hoping that Roman Coke proves me wrong. I'm just hoping I'm wrong about Ezreal. I want to be because I like seeing that champion in play. But yeah, I'm hoping that champion's actually not weak in this meta, that he can make things happen with it. But
He's gonna push, hopefully, Lucian so far back, he'll belong in immediate.
I have my doubts, man.
I think what's hard for him is to go blue build. I think he's stronger in other build iterations.
Oh, nice lockup off the Qualtex. He's going to get away from the Poppy W, though, and trade back a little bit of damage, but overall, nice trade. It's really nice for Poppy coming out here. Sol coming in, tries to get up the lockup. We'll get onto Velox, though. Velox, not able to get away from this, gets stunned up from Fnatic, and this might be first blood. Nice pickup from Elise.
Very good
What a
flash
flood.
into W by Lissandra. Caught Malzahar, I think, completely off guard there.
Yeah, I like how Fnatic works with his solo laners. Does a lot of good work with the lockup and staying in the right position, being on the same page as the solo laners. So really nicely done. They're going to get a little bit of vision control off of that kill as well, so they're going to clear out the pink there and set up a ward near Wolves.
I'm not gonna name any names, but Soul reeks of a very particular OGN mid laner that is notorious for being unpredictable and catching opponents really off guard in lane.
We do have ETS. The reward in the enemy side just expired, so they don't have a lot of ways of seeing Elise right now, and that's dangerous considering what laners you have. Very low mobility, so ultimate forced out here from Gameplank. He's gonna have to flash away actually from that damage. Riven
Nice cocoon.
Nice cocoon into the lockup follow-up from Lissandra. Fnatic, ooh, just dodging that tower shot, but will go down from the Malefic Vision, I think. Yep, that was the Malefic Vision that took him out in the end. As I said, you know, when you're untargetable but you have a dot on you, just
Doesn't
keep ticking, so, yep. Untargetable doesn't mean invulnerable.
Lucian getting very good poke out.
Oh god, Gyuk, what a beast. Man, I like watching this guy play that cow. He just knows exactly when to go in, puts down the rank 5 BM. Yeah, he did a flash W Q auto attack combo to take out very low HP Ezreal. It was really nicely done. I think he knew that he didn't have his E up, so
Yeah,
that he had just used it.
he's definitely taking the bull by the horns.
Hey.
Love that.
Alright, so yeah, this is still a little stressful, I think, for ETS. They don't have very good vision right now. In the top lane, Lobster doing dirty work. This time, seeing him up in the top lane instead of mid lane. I like that actually in teams. I like solo laners who don't define themselves by like the lane, but just by these are the champions I can play, and let's see what lanes and what strategies we can make work with that.
What I find interesting too is that you see that there's that pink ward placed down by Lee's in the opposing jungle. They have a little bit more vision control.
Lucifer looking for an engage here. Fnatic going to lock up Velox. No, his stun landed on one of his minions. Velox going to go down regardless, but Lissandra going to get traded up. Took the auto attack from Gameplank. Elise repelling and getting away from this fight, but damn, Riven does so much damage. Fnatic getting the stun up to help up against Lucifer. Lucifer having to flash away,
Riven's
but
stun, where you
Loxer
go.
follows him. Nice job from Loxer. That guy is such a dedicated carry. Gyuk walking in, but just taking 60% of his HP in damage before walking out. Quatex doing the same thing, but he will trade back Ezreal. Ezreal dodging away from that damage. Oh, Quatex solo, almost going down from the caster minions. That was a really, really back and forth trade. I'm pretty sure Alistar and Lucian could have played that better, but we're in a little... I think they were trying to force something, just because they want the pressure right now. I feel like some teams don't only play off of the pressure of, like, a champion being down on the enemy team, or cooldowns being down. I feel like sometimes they also play off the pressure of the fear of the enemy team, even though there's nothing going on. It's even 5-5, nothing going on at all. Even there was just a gank in the mid lane, and so that fear, they'll try and pull an advantage out of that. We do have Lissandra coming in, trying to dive. Roman Coke gets pushed away.
Gets a
gonna
little
get
too
the
close.
ulti. Yeah, she gets the ulti anyway, though. Is going to take out Roman Coke. Yuk, meanwhile, trying to assist in the dive, forced to pop Unbreakable Will. Now he's going to have to flash out, but Malefic Visions should take him out. Meanwhile, Culling picking up Poppy under the tower, nowhere to go. And Fnatic back at it again with the stuns. Soul going to help him there, and the rank 5 PM getting tossed around again. Nicely done, honestly. They're very coordinated in their dives. They're also very coordinated in very panic moments where you're not sure whether or not to retreat. If you didn't have voice communication, you might not be able to do it properly. So clearly they're talking a lot, and talking a lot, giving each other as much communication as possible is always a really good sign to see in a competitive game.
I just want to point out also the incredible turret trading for taking the turret shots for the tanking of the turret. They were transitioning beautifully from target to target and allowing for everyone to get away alive.
You do have Luxor come down here, stunning Kinaruzo, but the threat of the barrel. You can tell how confident Luxor is.
Just blatantly walking up to take out those barrels before he could even shoot them.
Yeah, he's not even afraid of Parlay's damage. He knows he can just eat it. And now Roman Coke getting dived right now. But Poppy coming back to protect his carry. Yeah, Poppy leaves him alone for a little bit. Oh, Fnatic though getting caught out, trying to take out a ward. He will get ulted. Malefic Vision might do the job. No, it just gets expired, but Pussyfur takes him out with the ulti. Roman Coke getting a little bit too far away from his support. Now the Colin's going to take him
gunned
out.
down.
Yeah, this is really dangerous, honestly. Every time Synergy leaves his AD, the kill pressure from Alistar and Lucian is just too much. So far, it's not looking really good right now for ETS. Well, the Prime has such strong laners that, yeah, win lane, win game. There hasn't been one sort of team fight or Velox getting caught out here this time, trying to do the same thing Fnatic was a few seconds ago. A little bit of a mistake though, because he did not see the bottom lane on his minimap. Lucifer getting caught out here. Fnatic maybe getting the kill, repels in, going to continue with the DPS. Maybe the last Q, and Fnatic will pick up that kill. Soul meanwhile teleporting in, gets the lock up onto Kinaruzo, and Lox will pick that up. They're all over the map right now, just very comfortable diving.
Yeah, not afraid at all right now. They're just completely taking the lead and running with it.
Synergy getting taken out, that was very unfortunate. He popped his W after Gyuk got his knockback up, so that dash was not cancelled. Oh, barely lives.
Gyuk right now is just the unmilkable. Really managing the HP and the ultimate well and staying alive.
Lucifer trying to get a ward in. Meanwhile, Kinaruzo getting bullied constantly in this lane. Luxor trying to anticipate him walking up, but he actually stopped to cast the barrel, so he didn't get the knock-up. Doesn't matter anyway, flashes burn for both of them, and he'll pick up that kill. Soul getting locked up from that suppress, but Gyuk trying to make something happen here. He's gonna have to run away. Synergy locking him up, doesn't get the stun though. He will die from the Malefic Visions. Double kill onto Malzahar. Malzahar finally picking up some steam right now. He has Roa and he's finally getting some kills. Might be a big damage threat. Oh, we do have the lockup onto Velox though. Nice cocoon from Elise. Elise trying to make something happen onto Synergy or Velox, but It's gonna get stunned up. The teleport coming in for red side. Follow.
This is what ETS needs to do.
Yeah, Vortex dashing in,
Oof.
but yeah, not worth. I think the shutdown roll was not worth for that.
ETS punishing very well. Mistakes made by Welder Prime. Getting themselves slightly back into the game.
Loxer though, teleporting in, has a lot of movement speed and just completely devastates Gangplank. I saw that one coming. This is not where you want to be right now. Ezreal has only Sheen and Tyr.
His tier is fairly new. He's at, as of I check right now, he is at 93, my apologies, mana.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think... Oh, sneaky play. Pussifer? No.
Maybe
Oh.
second and stuff.
You can do it. So what are they doing?
They're just waiting for the moment to strike.
I feel like Soul could have done something a long time ago. Yeah, there you go. Alright, now they've decided to do it. The knockup, or the knockback rather, is going to get stopped. Exhaust just to slow him down. Gameplank ulti trying to stop this engage, which it will. They're going to turn around. Meanwhile, this gives a little bit of time for Ezreal to farm on the backside, so long as they don't lose anything, but they will. It looks like Velox and Synergy gonna get locked up. Beautifully done from Soul and Gyuk once again. These guys have such a good understanding of what their follow-ups should look like, and it's really refreshing to see that coordination actually. Lobster diving super hard onto Razu and takes him out. I'm not sure if I'm saying that name right. Ruzo. Oh, there you go. Okay.
I think that Walter Prime is definitely showing their team synergy going. It seems like everything they do, they know how to read each other, what's gonna happen next. They're really playing as a whole unit. They're playing as one, so to speak. They're really controlling, and they know how to follow up perfectly, as you.
Oh, Pussifer getting caught out here from the Elise Cocoon. Gyuk trying to help in the catch, but Elise gonna get exhausted. Doesn't matter though. Fnatic repels over the side, gets the kill, but this might not be worth. He is gonna probably go down here. No, he won't. Roman Coke gets obliterated, exploded by the spider. Velox right now, kind of afraid, but Kinaruzo is gonna take him out instead.
Did a little bit of a wild turtle there, flashing right over the wall.
Oh, that was a flush. Yeah, a little bit too hungry. I mean, he's really far ahead. I don't think has to go for the desperation one-for-one trades. Quatex trying to make a runaway, gonna culling backwards, and nope, that doesn't scare Velox apparently, but Velox is gonna pay for it now. No?
Dodging
No,
blood.
wow, so much damage. Yeah, the ignite was a lot of damage to combine with that.
If he's running down touch, that triple dot will just that hidden damage that you're not expecting coming out with
Yeah.
ignite, the Maleficents, and
We do have Baron coming up in 2 minutes. It's 0-0 in Dragons, 5-0 in Towers though. And a sizable gold lead. At 18 minutes in the game, 10k gold lead for Will the Prime. So that much of a gold lead, you probably need another 10 minutes for Ezreal. Maybe a little bit less, but about that much time. Pussifer getting locked up here. They have no problem engaging on the beefiest member of the enemy team. Fnatic with so much confidence. And now they'll take out the dragon. It must be kind of confusing if I say Fnatic with so much confidence. The player Fnatic.
good ult by Sejuani.
Yeah, but no follow-up. There's the Ezreal ulti, but a little bit late. It's only going to land onto 2 tanky members. Juvia Lobster going in hard in the lockup from Alessandra. That's going to mean that they're going to be able to take out 2 members of the enemy team and push onto this tower. Yeah, maybe a mistake. Honestly, Not a coordinated engage at all. I saw that Sejuani ulti come out. I wondered what it was for because you saw the positioning of all the other members. There was basically nothing to do there. So it's 19 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. They're pushing on the inhibitor tower right now. Locks are super confident. Ouch. Barrels. I wonder if they... No, they're not going to stay for this inhibitor. They did take the first dragon right before all those that event happened. And it looks like they might just repeat the same thing as last game. Go for a really early dragon maybe? Or barons. They might not have the DPS though actually to do it as fast. There's a lot more threat too with Gameplank ulti and Sejuani ulti. Considering the speed they do it at.
Just to see how far back and been unable, you get to see she's trying to get that Aegis going, but she really hasn't had the opportunity to build it. She has no gold.
Yeah, both teams with quite the same amount of wave clear, but you see World of Prime is doing a much better job, I think, of managing their waves. They're constantly getting pushes and rotating faster, so that means the counter pushing, even though I think ETS has a lot of good counter push, it's not being used. Nice stun coming up from Fnatic. He's going to repel over the side. Velox getting locked up here. Finally gets taken out from Fnatic. Nicely done. With a little bit of extra help from the culling on the backs from Quatex. Quatex going to tank Baron like a true champion. And they're going to go for this Baron. Meanwhile, all that time, Riven was in the bottom lane game plan, trying to keep her off the tower. But that doesn't look like it's happening either. And Ezreal ulti trying to come out, but nothing happens. Pussifer cues into the pit, but
Is met by far.
yeah, 2 failed attempts at trying to steal that. Unfortunately, it was worth a try, but looks like it's going to be a quick 2-0 if they can rotate quickly and group. Loxer, though, looks like he's in trouble. Might actually go down here. No, instead he goes right in, stuns up the 2 members, but it's not enough. Synergy going down for this, so it's a 1-for-1. Yeah, they should be able to pick off a lot from this. There's still 3 members down. This should mean the end of the game if they just maybe move on to... Oh, nice try, but no members are there to follow up. They were on the same page there. Yeah, I was wondering what they were going to go for. Were going to go for the inhibitor tower or the Nexus tower? And you probably thought the Nexus tower, and that's why he went in. So that's a little bit of a misstep. Fnatic, nice repel to assassinate the Flash Malzahar on the backside. Or not Flash, rather. He just moved back. In the meantime, Quatex taking out the inhibitor. They're losing a lot of members that have Baron for this. They don't... I feel like they're playing very confidently, actually. Like, they're playing more messily than they have to. Or less cleanly, rather. Yeah, they're just going to move right on to the Nexus towers. There's nothing ETS can really do about this because the threat of Loxer is just so huge. And then they have a lot of backup damage if that doesn't work. Quatex getting ulted, he's going to try and get away, but it's not going to. Yeah, so many dots, going to take him out. Loxer going to go to the backside and just knock everybody up, and he gets a double kill for himself. 10, 1, and 5 right now on this Riven. Really knows how to play his hyper carries, or, you know, would be hyper carries. Soul picking up a kill, and looks like they're going to be able to clean up this game.
Yeah. Good Sejuani ult, but perhaps too little too late.
Yeah, it's really late. Yeah, clean 2-0 from Will the Prime. Both teams were super strong in group stages, but Will the Prime made it look almost the same. I mean, sub 25 minute games both times. Right now they're
showing up.
Yeah, now they're just sort of picking up kills and having fun. Gets a stun onto Velox. Velox gonna go down again. Alright.
And with that, the Nexus falls.
Yeah, I like how they really just didn't attack the Nexus there. but that will be the 2-0. And that means that they move on to the finals.